Welcome back to our channel, and yes, we are heading out on another adventure. And if you said it was raining again, you would be correct. So TL and I and Ozzy are heading someplace for the next few days, and we'll share that when we get there. I would like to introduce you to Hidden Creek Cabin. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, you guessed it, we're back up at the cottage and we have a number of projects that have to be done today. We have to get the lawn done. We're going to hook up the solar, at least try that part of it. Everything is here for solar, the inverter, the controller, the four deep cycle batteries, and the solars are already hooked up. Just have to bring the line in and try to figure it out. So I have to do some calculations, make sure that the gauge of our wire is the right gauge for the amount of wattage that we're going to be sucking through. So we're going to try that. Anyways, right now we have to relocate this trailer. We're going to use the ATV. I put the truck hitch on it, and we'll see how that goes. Should we go this way? I got the ball. Hey, hey, hey. Now this is the fun part, trying to get that ball back, because there's no hope unless I can get him to mix that. This really looks good. That is really good. The meat is tender. It's good, eh? What does Ozzy have? He got tired of being eaten by the deer flies, but he has his ball. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is Thursday morning and we have been extremely busy doing stuff around the cabin. So yesterday we mowed the lawn and we did a bunch of research on installing solar. Now the previous owners had everything in place, but it wasn't installed. So we have a solar panel just up on the roof there. And then inside the outhouse, they left me 4 6-volt batteries. This was in the cabin, and this was just sitting off to the side down in this spot here. So everything was here. So what we have to do is investigate on how to connect it, because I have never done any of this stuff before. So this is this is a 12-volt input with 120-volt output. So these are 4 6-volt batteries. So what we have to do is hook this up so I'm getting 12 volts. So these two are parallel to each other. These two are parallel to each other. And then we took each bank and put it series to each other in order to give me my 12 volts that will go in there. Then we have to hook the charging controller up. So this is positive, negative, and it goes to the positive port here and the far negative port there. So that had to go up before you can actually attach the solar. So then we have to go up on the roof, and let me show you that. So the solar is up on this roof. I think those may be 100-watt panels, but they already again had everything connected. All I had to do is feed the line out of here and plug them into, and you can see, plug them into the wiring harnesses there. So it was, I said, everything was already in place, which was awesome. So now what we're doing is we're doing a temporary setup because I want to get the cabin off the generator, because it's just, this thing runs, you gotta hear it around here. It is so nice when all you're doing is listening to the birds. And this thing goes through one large jerry can per 24 hours. And the idea is to get it off the grid. So we are doing a temporary setup here. So let me explain what I'm doing. So we have this wire that goes into the house. Okay, so that's a 4-prong. They call it a G1430. I think it's a P male version. Anyways, I'm taking that and I'm getting a, I just ordered it and it'll be here on Saturday morning. So we're going to get a 4-prong female to hook up to that, and just a 12-volt or house plug to go on to be able to attach to that. So then I fed this 14 gauge extension cord through the outhouse, and it's going to come along here and plug into that wire that's sticking in the generator right now, and it won't be sticking in when we're done. So that's temporary. Like, we are not, that is not going to be the permanent situation. The permanent situation is that we're going to get a panel box and we're going to attach it to here, and we're going to properly use the AC hardwire terminals, and we're going to properly hook it up. But my buddies can't make it up here this weekend, so this is just going to be temporary. We're going to actually see if this will work. We'll watch it, make sure the load isn't that much. All what's on this is just some LED lights and our fridge. And our fridge only pops out, I think, we'll pull in, it's hard to see here, but it'll pull in like 100. Okay, so the fridge kicked in, so 160 watts at 12.7. So it's not even burning out anything, because this thing can handle 3,000 watts with a short period surge of 6,000. So that's what we have to maintain. But these plugs, if I'm not mistaken, they can only handle 1,500 watts. So like, there's nothing we have in the camper, or not camper, but in the cabin, that is going to exceed 1,500 watts. And this cable here can handle 1,800 watts. So everything's good, and it's going to be temporary, and we'll monitor it, and we'll take it from there. So what I'm doing is, right now, is I just got some of these, what do you call it, cable connectors and straps, and just clean up the thing. And then we also got some foam here to take care of that hole and the hole on the other side. And that's what we're working on. So it's a big project, never did it before, but she's looking good. Looking good. So we have it coming off the roof. I said everything here is just temporary, just to get us through the next few weekends. So now we're going to fill in that hole and the hole inside. And there we go. That is now all in place, temporary. So we'll see how that goes. We'll clean this up once that hardens and cut around it. And Tail will come in here and do her magic cleaning up the bathroom. So, like, picture this. We have a compost toilet, a shower with a temporary water source, hot water, but we do have a water tank. So this is why we're bringing in a box that will handle all that, and I said this should be able to hold it. So all right now temporary, but soon to be permanent, and looking forward to having that cabin off the grid. He's got a ton around him. Ozzy's taking cover. He's got a ton of those deer flies around him. TL's just coming back for a quick little down the hill run. The machine sounds amazing. So today's little adventure was to get the chainsaw going. So we ended up having to buy ourselves some summer chainsaw bar oil, and then 50 to 1. I prefer buying it like this versus trying to mix it myself, because that way you don't run into any problems and the machine will start right away. So with that being said, we got that baby started, tested out. So we're going to end up all the brush over there in a number of weeks, and all that is way over there. And then we have tons of brush down along the cliff here, and of course I think you can see that over there. So we're going to get that all cleaned up, and that will become our outdoor firewood, and we're going to get that all cleaned up, and we'll be burning that hopefully that weekend. Right now we have a fire ban and we can't burn anything because just about 4 weeks ago there's a little island that caught on fire, with then spread all over the place. And then of course Quebec, half the province seems to be on fire, and we are, you can't see it by camera, but there is a major haze through the hills here in the Ottawa Valley. So anyways, we got our hands full, don't we, Tiao?
We do.
We have lots to do. We hooked up our solar and we're just playing around with that. We still have to go and take it to the next level by hooking it up in a permanent basis. Right now it's only temporary to get us through this weekend, but we've been working hard, so things are coming along in the homestead, in the Hidden Creek cabin. Continue watching and stay tuned for more stuff that's happening in the cabin. Okay, we're off to hunting down little waterfalls, but before we can get there on the ATVs, I have to cut some trees down. So I just put the chainsaw there. So we're going to be off and see how this goes. This guy out. He started. Here we go, we're gonna get a little wet here. She's wet in here, it just rained.
Just got in the trailer, he's like, holy fuck, this is nice. I'm like, you're not even there yet. He's like, this is enough. Hi,
That's what we said when we came in.
What was his name?